Hello everyone, War Angel here, and welcome back to the Eastern Roman Empire campaign for Total War Attila. In the previous episode, I continued my conquest against the Saxons and took the last of their territory. This has now made them a horde faction, which is not going to be too bad. They've only got one or two armies scattered around the map, so it should be easy pickings for the Legion once we caught up to them. With them pretty much eliminated now, we've only got a couple of enemies left. We've got a Hun horde that's still running around the map near Italy. We've got Nabatea down here in the south, which we need to take out, and will be our starting point for this episode, and the Franks, which will be our main enemy, but I have to decide, do I want to go to Britannia in order to pursue them, or just take their capital of Frisia? But we'll get to that in a bit, but for now, let's get started. Down here in the south and heading towards Nabatea, we've got my two legions here. So we're just going to move these into position. We should be able to go after Nabatea's territory next turn. So we'll force march these guys to Berenice in order to be able to get some replenishment, I should say. It also gives me an opportunity now to showcase a technology that I managed to finish researching this turn. And that's Billetin, the technology from the military tech tree that allows me to upgrade my Scholar Palatine here to become instead Tagmata Cavalry. So you can already see, looking at the stats, as quite a big bonus between the two of them, so I'm very happy to spend the money to upgrade these two once it lets me do that because of the banner gets in the way. I can also upgrade my Lansari Senores, my spearmen, to now become Eastern Auxilia Palatine. So the stats really, they get a little bit of an improvement, but they do lose about 40 men from the unit. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure if it's really worth it, but it's all in the interest of upgrading them, so why not? So we'll do that, and I have to admit they do look a little bit better than the Senores, so I'm happy to do that. These guys are going to be marching down right to the border. They have taken some attrition damage over time, so we're going to have to let them replenish a little bit, but we should be able to head towards Pancoras next turn, and we're in a position that, unless they reinforce it, we should be able to take it pretty quickly. We will upgrade these, of course, and we'll close that down, as it doesn't look like there's anything important for me to worry about. Although one of my characters, Eutropius Varvinius Vigilus, one of my priests, is now glowing with health. Good for him. You think he needs it looking at his age. Okay, we'll take that. Okay, actually. Oh no, it's still 120. Why did I think it was jumping down to only 180 people? I don't know. Anyway, so those are going to be down there. If we head back up now to Italia, we've got an army that's about to attack the rebel settlement here at Segusio. Now my plan for this is pretty simple. I'm going to raise it to the ground, because what I want to do is allow the Western Romans to take it and unify the province, which will count towards my victory condition as well. So we're just going to go and attack straight away. I was thinking about getting into raiding stance and then attack, because for those of you that don't know, it's a little bit of a bug that lets you raise our settlement to the ground and then actually be able to continue moving afterwards by moving back into normal stance. But I want to make sure no one else is going to take this territory once we destroy it. So we'll go protective stance, because we've got the catapults to help out. That's one garrison commander dead. Decisive victory, 37 losses, very easy. And we're just going to go and raise. Make sure it is raised, not pretty high. So there we go, that's the settlement destroyed. And hopefully now, thanks to the mod that I've got that encourages the AI to colonize desolate regions, we should have one of these armies making their way over pretty quickly in order to take it. We'll have to wait and see though. But for now, these guys are going to take a little bit of attrition because they're stuck in the snow, but I'll be okay. Let's upgrade you though. We've got power to the oars. You're not the best for a land army. It would have been better on the sea, but oh well, we'll manage. Okay, let's improve the authority a little bit and give you an extra point of zeal. Cunning can be improved slowly but surely, but increasing some of this is really going to help. Although 20% extra 20% missile damage for my general, maybe not the best sort of stat upgrade, but well man, it'll be fine, I'm sure. Okay, you guys are going to come over here. You're going to become barbarian subjugators, I think. And even my champion has managed to upgrade, so we're just going to spend it on... Let's get call to arms. To be honest, I don't really care much for my upgrading them thing, because apart from using their main skills, which is essentially training my men or getting them to, you know, spy out enemies and slow them down, I don't really care about a lot of the other abilities that they use, apart from maybe getting these Steam achievements. Okay, so what we're going to do with the 12 legions, hopefully the AI is going to colonize this pretty quickly, and we can send it up north then to take out, but I believe this is the last Hun horde, and they've taken a lot of damage from attrition. They've started hiring mercenaries at sea, but their men are just taking more and more deaths because of the weather. So hopefully we'll be able to go after them pretty soon. Just to help out though, I should have a spy nearby. No, I have multiple legions here. Oh, my spy's gone. Hang on, we'll just do it this way. Known factions, provinces, forces. Okay, we've got one over there, one up there, one all the way over here. Okay, we'll ask you to head down here and hinder this army. I'm trying to remember, was there another horde army around there that I needed to keep an eye out for? Maybe that's why I had it nearby? I can't remember. Anyway, you can come down here, distract them and misdirect them a bit in the mountain pass, and we'll send the army up here and then to deal with them. Okay, we've now taken all the Saxon territory, so we need to basically spend a bit of time just to sort it out a bit. So for example, let's see here, we'll swap this over. What's the infertile? So we're going to swap this over to our farm in Kelowna. And let me see, we're going to get a salt deposit, just to give me the extra resources. Right. Do I want this one? No, because we've got the Alamans then right here. To be honest, I'm happy to leave the Alamans with their territory as long as they're not in the way too much. For the moment, anyway. We may have it that they declare war on me at some point in the future. But in fact, what's my relationship like with them? Well, actually, okay. It is deteriorating, but very, very slowly. So, I wonder if we can actually get trade, because if I can, that's going to help my finances out a bit.
We
can actually.
And value honesty.
We'll get a fair bit of money as well. We'll get 1,167 a turn from this. And they're willing to actually give me a bit of extra cash for this. You're not willing to become a puppet state. You're happy to take a non-aggression? We'll do that for now. I have no intention, like I said, of going to attack him right away. Now, if I ever do. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do this, and I'll ask you to pay me a little bit of money for it.
This agreement is
there we go. That sounds like a plan. So there we go, another new ally. We've got Britain over here. Now, this is the thing I'm a little bit wondering like what to do exactly. In order for the Franks, I'm going to have to take their capital here of Flevum. But then I'm going to have to go over into Britain in order to deal with them. Ideally, I would leave them to it, but if I'm going to have to attack them, I'm going to have to attack them. So I'm thinking land in Britannia Inferior in order to take the central bit. Maybe raise these two settlements here, Londinium and that, so the British can take it. And then march up into Scotland then in order to take Caledonia at Hibernia. We can even sail over then and take out the Ardanians if I really fancy it, but they've actually got a couple of regions. Whereabouts is their X ones? They got one here, one here. What? Do they have any more? I don't know. It says they've got 3 regions, but I can't see another one. It's not over here or anything weird like that, is it? No. Oh, right, they're side by side. I'm mistaken. I was looking at that bit and thinking it was just part of it. Okay. It might be something to think about, and it could allow me to come down here as well, but it means going after Gaul. We'll see. We'll see. The Geats may be a target as well, just because we are unhappy with them. Well, they're unhappy with us, but I could maybe get them on my side.
Speak plainly and without idle
don't
purpose,
want that.
and all
What
will
about
be
this?
well.
No? Okay, we'll see how it goes. But for now, we'll leave the Alamans as they are, where I'm happy to just leave them to their business. Okay, let's upgrade you guys. Right, and let's head over now towards Flevum. In fact, let's see. There's my army again. Here it is. Right, we've got 2 of them in fact. Let's upgrade you guys as well. Okay, do I want this region? I don't really want them just because they're minor settlements. If I'm going to take somewhere, I'd rather have it so it's a major settlement as well. I'll tell you what, let's force march you guys if possible. We'll march you over to here. We'll be marching through desolate territory, so there won't be any issue with regards to diplomacy there. And we'll march you guys over to here as well. We will be taking a bit of attrition, that is unfortunate, but it'll be okay. We'll be in a position then within the next turn or two to take Flevum, and then be able to sail them over then to attack the British Isles. I do have my fleet down here as well. We've been spending a bit of time and energy to make. So if I tell these guys to double time it, we might see about getting them to escort the navies. Doubt that they're going to get there in time. It's going to be quite a sail. It's going to take a long time for them, in fact. A lot longer than it would if it was in real life, but I can tell them to head over there. I haven't got much else for them otherwise. Alright, so we'll do that. Is there anything we need to do over here then with the things? You guys are fine. What about over here? We need to continue converting these over. We'll change that to a farming colonna. These are getting converted over. Fine, that's that done. I'm going to dismantle that, and I'm going to start the conversion over now to this, so we can get that extra growth back. Just so we can get the situation over here with the ruined building sorted out. Is there anything else? Nope, you guys are fine. Sergus, what about you? Clay pit, that could be changed over. We'll demolish it and get it so it becomes a capital or something else instead. Okay, that's that. Okay, still got the Horde army there to deal with. Down here, got a library still, that's fine, that's fine. Let's upgrade. What are you here? Average fertility. So I'm just gonna get a bog standard colonia. No, I haven't built many of those. Okay. And I do need to think. In fact, let's go back to the technology. Now I've done that bit of research, I'm pretty happy with all the others. The only reason I could do that is to get the Magna Militum for the bodyguard units, but to be honest, the rest of them is not really that big a deal. I'd rather go for the Byzantine State Authority, so I'm just going to click this one. Oh, fine. Can you not let me do it? There we go. 28 turns is going to take, but it allows me to get all the research that I need to get done then as well, to get the Wine Emporium, the Governor's Palace, or I should say the Imperial Palace, the Greek Patriarchy See. We'll get it all done then. It's just going to take a bit of time. In fact, I think this is the one that it wants me to go for first of all. So I'm just going to end the turn now, I think. I'm not researching any technologies. Oh no, it's because I can't do it yet. That's okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll get started on one of them. Let's go for this one to start with, and then next turn when we get the cash, we'll be able to upgrade it then.
What do you wish of me?
Okay, priests. Let's give you 2 points in conviction. You're my governor. Let's improve yours corruption a bit better. And my veteran. Let's just upgrade Court to Arms. There we go. So in the previous episode I was talking about what I want to really do to sort of finish this campaign, with regards to the fact that we've still got quite a few turns, for example, before I even get to the end of this chapter, and then I have to continue, I believe, into 450 AD, which is going to be quite a long time. And given the lack of real enemies that we've got facing right now, the only thing that really sort of comes to mind is to maybe do an epilogue conclusion to the series once I get to a state of peace. So once I've basically dealt with the Franks, and then I'm just play through the game by myself and take any highlights and make a little bit of a story ending for it in order to show the rise of the Byzantine Empire. I'm not going to go about it to the extent that I've seen with, for example, Officially Devin's Let's Plays, when he does quite long conclusions, for example, with Massalia Tales, when he shows about the rise of the Chinese Empire coming over to attack.
Will you stand with us and show courage and honor?
Nope.
Will you?
I'm not attacking them yet. If ever. Fame. But I would like just to go through the bits, show like what wars, if any, actually come up during the end turn clicking and things like that. And I feel that's a good way to bring the campaign to the divine triumph victory that I want without you guys getting bored by just seeing me hit the end turn button a lot and just seeing me fight battles which will be one-sided because of the amount of armies I've got in comparison to any of the enemies in the game. I don't know if you saw on the balance of power bits as I was on the diplomacy screen, but as I said before, I'm number 1, most powerful faction in the game at the moment, but even that, who's in number 2nd place, does not match me in terms of power. So, you know, we're talking about someone coming 1st and 2nd in the race, but in a sprinting race, but then that person who came 1st finishing 5 seconds more quickly than the one who's in 2nd. You know, just because the guy came 2nd doesn't mean to say he's anywhere in the same field as the guy who came in 1st. So, yeah, that's a thing. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that. Well, I'm not sure when I'll do it. I'm thinking right now, just to continue playing the campaign until we get to a level where basically I've eliminated all the enemies in the game at that time. So, like I said, that's Nobatia, the Huns, the Saxons, and the Franks. With them done, I think I'll be in a good position just to be able to continue the campaign then in my own time and see how it goes from there. Alright, so let's give you a bit of extra bonus. You're able to do night battles already, so let's just improve your authority a little bit and your zeal to help out there. Okay, we're off to Flevium then next turn, and I'll bring in my faction heirs army next turn as well. In fact, you can attack straight away. I'm actually very surprised. His movement range is massive to be able to march all this way and be able to attack the Flevium straight away. And it's a fairly easy battle as well. They've only got one little army here. Okay. So they got Germanic Spearmen, so they haven't even managed to research Spearmasters yet. So that is shocking. In fact, no, they've only got the 2nd tier. Okay, that is going to be very useful for myself. Germanic Spearmasters are very tough enemies to fight, and I would love to use them myself, and I'm playing as one of the Germanic factions, so the fact that the enemy hasn't researched that yet, I'm just happy to hear that. It makes life so much easier. And I'm also a bit surprised they haven't managed to research it yet, considering how far into the campaign they actually are. Okay. Anyway, back to this. We're going to demolish that. We'll repair the military wolf for now, but I'm going to see about doing something else with it. What's the situation with meager income right now? Excuse me. Okay, we'll repair the building, and we'll see about swapping it over next time. We'll dismantle that. We'll probably turn that into farmland or something like that, just to give me an extra bit of boost for my food. Otherwise, I'll be converting this over to a farming colonia as well. And yeah, we should be fine. There is a army I did see here in the previous turn, so just to help out and discover... Actually, no, what we can do is... I didn't point this out... Did I point this out earlier? I did notice this, I should say, in the end turn phase, that we've got these 2 regions that are under control of rebels right now, and that includes the the province capital here, and as a minor settlement. Now, even though the elements own here, I'm perfectly happy to go after these 2 and take that. That's a 2 out of 3 territory I'm pretty happy to do. So, in fact, do I have any more legions around here to deal with this? We've got 3 of them here. You guys will be perfect for this. Okay. Let's have... Okay, yes, the Western Romans have taken Seguzia. Excellent. Okay, you guys... No, you guys come up here. You guys come after these. And let me see. You guys start marching over towards there. We'll take you out of the stance, and we'll just have you force marching over to here, ready to take them out. We'll get them in 2 turns. That's fine. Just to help out, can you go hinder this army for me so we don't have to worry about them running away next turn? Critical fate. Oh,
A scribe.
crap.
I shall live.
And he got wounded as well. Just can't get the manpower nowadays. Okay, we'll spend the money on getting that. And now if we head down south. Here we go. We can go after Nobatia. So we're still going to have another bit of a march to get to our duelists. So we'll get them started now. If we encounter any Nobatian armies? No. Okay. You in the meantime can march down here towards their capital at Koras. Fairly easy battle. They've still got... Okay, they've got Desert Spears, which I believe is the tier 2 troop. But yeah, their armies again are going to just be fairly easy to deal with. Quick auto resolve. Okay, so the question is, what do I want to do with here? I have thought about raising the settlement just and keep the province itself just raised, because I don't really need to occupy down here, but I can imagine that it would be a handy access way in order to go further into Africa, if we're talking about this in a proper historical context. So we'll occupy it. I mean, we've already got entryways down into mainland Africa anyway, but I think it just adds a bit more authenticity to it, that there's nothing wrong with the Romans going to attack and take Africa for themselves, you know? Okay. Climate's -3 at the moment. I believe it will jump up once we finish this chapter. So I think I'll just keep it as a town for now, although we will of course swap it over. Okay, let's prepare that. We're actually getting a lot of food and a lot of money from this, so I'm happy to keep that for now. We'll demolish that, and we'll keep that for now. No, we'll demolish it now, because we should be able to go after the rest of the province pretty quickly. So we'll be able to go after that and deal with it next turn. Okay. I think I just spent more money than I should have done. Whoops. Never mind. We can still do the research. You guys, let's give you an extra point of zeal if possible. We can't yet. Okay. In fact, let's upgrade your equipment a bit. Let's see if there's anything we can do for here. See, hip flask. I like how the hip flask actually gives you less attrition. You know, everyone has a drink from the commander's hip flask, and it actually makes them less likely to die from starvation. Love it. Okay, we'll give you the Orthodox Bible. I think that'd be pretty handy, and just gives me something a little bit different. And let me see. Rhodian Captain of Slingers. Interesting. His army is it's not that big. Let's give you... Oh, Neighborhood Boss. Some of these are pretty interesting. Like Neighborhood Boss, speaking tongue and all that. Okay, we'll give you this. You guys can just stay here for now. And let's end the turn once more. And my little navy. It's going to take a long time for me to get around to the British Isles. But it'll be something. If I can track down and kill any enemy fleets or armies that are being transported across the water with them, it shows that I've managed to at least get some money's worth out of it. To be honest, I've got so much money right now that I can just spend it however I really want to do. So, you know, get a fleet of people that don't actually need to do anything, that's fine. Oh, what are you doing to my veteran? I did see there was a Saxon army there, and there is one just outside Bells, so I may have to see about just going after them. I want to make sure they're eliminated, and something I did do a mistake with, and I have to be honest, I did make a mistake. The thing is, when you fight a horde faction, or a faction that can become a horde, is that you have to deal with the fact that if you don't have all their armies defeated, you will have to chase them down. So an ideal situation would be to take them down to their last region, have their one last settlement, and then just simply lay it to siege. So while it's been under siege, it can't recruit any new armies, and you can use the rest of your armies if possible to basically track down and kill all the surviving ones until the only thing left of that faction is that region that you're actually laying siege to. With that then, you can go after and finish them off, and should be easy pickings then, and you don't have to worry about chasing down the hordes afterwards. Because otherwise you have situations like what I've got with the Huns at the moment, where they've only got, it seems, those 2 hordes, and yet I still have to spend time, and it's actually been a couple of episodes now since I've properly defeated them, in terms of like those are the survivors, and I still have to track them down and fight them in order to get rid of them, and I'm going to have to do that with the Saxons, even though if armies are very tiny, it wouldn't surprise me if they've got more than maybe 5 units in each horde, and they've only got the 2 of them that I saw walking around the map. You know what? No. I could actually, I believe... Fine, let me see. Could I get you to become a puppet state? No. It was worth a try. But at the end of the day, they rebelled against me, and they took some of my territory that I've been very gracious to them, because I allowed them to actually have that whole province after defeating Axum and burning it down so they can come in and rebuild in their image. So yeah, they did that to me. I'm going to come down and deal with them. Okay, so she managed to have a critical success against my agents. This was success. Attila is about to rebel. That's not what I really want to hear. Why are you guys about to rebel? It's mainly down to food, isn't it? Food is minus 19. Okay, that is an issue. I'll tell you what, we'll get fish and jetties sorted right now. And we'll have to wait 2 more turns before we can actually get rid of that and be able to get some fields going then. Okay, that doesn't help when we've got this situation with all this food going. I'll tell you what, we're going to dismantle that in order to try and help out a bit. Okay. So, let's do this. First of all, can we come up here and defeat this army?
To victory!
Nope, they're going to run away. That's fine. We've still got plenty of movement. So we can come after them now, finish off this horde, and then I can send this army back in order to deal with any rebels then from Italia, near Roma. Okay, fairly easy. In fact, look at the amount of mercenaries they've had to recruit. So let's go protective. Decisive victory, of course. Finish them off for me, please. Excellent. So there we go. That's 1 horde down. We've got 1 more now we need to get after. And whereabouts was it? It's right here. Okay, what I'm going to do, you guys, I'm going to get you to force march now. It doesn't really improve my movement range all that much. But we'll get you guys to march down towards Roma. It's going to take a surprising amount of time. It's because of the rivers that go along Italia. And it takes pretty much a whole movement phase in order to try and climb over them. It's very annoying. Right. Now, let's go down and deal with this horde. Okay, this is a little bit more thing. I could be willing to fight this, but we're coming up to near the end of the episode, so I'm just going to auto-resolve this. We'll stab them in the face, it seems. We'll take on some warriors, they'll run away. We'll chase after them and kill off the survivors, and then that should be then the end of the horde. What? Can't reach him yet? No! That's not what I want to hear. Okay, there we go. We can do it with this army. That's better. That's something I'm happy to hear about. There we go. Again, nice. We'll go balanced this time. I don't want to take any more casualties than necessary from their catapults if I decided to go protective. Especially since I don't have a lot of catapults in that myself. This is just a bit of a mixed up army, to be honest. Okay, we'll take on the warriors.
On the move.
In fact, that should now be the end of the Huns. Let's have a double check. Food shortage. Deaths. Factions destroyed. The Huns have now been defeated. Ultimately defeated. That feels great to say.
At your command.
I have to be honest. Right, now that the guys have been dealt with, we've got Saxons to chase after. In fact, did I not see... Oh, here we are. Saxons have taken here.
We hunger for battle.
Can we go after it? Oh no, they're actually... I thought that was actually a settlement. It's not. It's them in encampment. Okay, can we... Oh, we're so close. We can't go after them. Okay. Have we got an agent nearby I can use to just try and slow them down a little bit? We do have here. Okay. Flavius here, I want you to go after the Eagles and try and hinder the army in the next turn. We have actually come to the end, 30-minute end of the episode, but we'll continue a little bit longer just so we can make sure we get all the bits and pieces done that I want. Okay, you're still unoccupied up there. We've now taken all this setup. This for myself. We'll continue to dismantle that. We'll get some farmland going here, and we'll convert this over for the moment to a... You know what? We're going to just convert this over to a normal town, I think.
Commander.
Now I need to decide what am I going to do with here. We need to get basically land in Britain. In fact, let me just double check. Can I get a peace from the Franks now that
My
I've taken
time is better
this
spent
place?
feasting and hunting
No.
than listening.
Okay. I have no choice then. I'm going to have to sail over to Britannia in order to occupy it. What I'm thinking of doing then is actually land at Commandurnum. If we can do that. Okay, we're going to have to ask you to come out by boats. Can you do that for me? Thank you.
Make haste, men.
Alright, come over here and land at Commandurnum. Now, okay, this could actually be a little bit more of a
Destination
situation for me. In fact, though,
reached.
can we
Let
do
them
this?
cower like kennelled dogs.
We can. If I do this, and we actually ask for a night battle. Oh, it doesn't eliminate the armies. Okay, it only gets rid of this one general here. But we'll have this army with all these ones, including all these Frankish lancers and that. That's going to be quite a difficult proposal. These guys are really good with the charge. Let's see. Buggaday, I have no idea how good these are. There's Germanic Spearmen. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this for now. I'm going to
Laying siege
encircle
to
the camp.
settlement.
And I'm going to see if they will come out to attack me. They haven't got much in terms of support that they can actually do. But it means if they come out to attack me, then I can actually do a little bit better against them in terms of, like, well, just in terms of having to not have to attack the settlement. So we'll just lay them in siege and see what the enemy's going to do about that.
Ready for orders.
This legion unfortunately can't move because it's been distracted by the enemy. It's a little bit annoying, but it's fine. It's fine. We can deal with that. Okay, what's going to happen if I leave here? Well, it should be really positive right now, so that's... Then we'll have my faction leader coming over to here with Flavum as well. We'll be able to sail over and do that. We've still got legions nearby, so if there is any issues with the elements, we're still in a position to be able to protect ourselves. Extremely well, I would think, as well. Okay, we've done the research now, haven't we? We have. So we're going to continue with the centralized civil service. Right. What did I actually finish researching before? I forgot. Oh, wrong one. Okay, what's this? Greek Patriarchy C. Okay, so if we head back over now to Constantinopolis, we should be able to upgrade this. The Word of God is written, unchanging, and worshipped. Gives me 3,000 maintenance costs, but it's very easy to do. Increases all regions as +1 state religion. Yep, I'm pretty happy with that. There we go. Massive cost of 21,000 that's cost me, but I need one in order to complete the Divine Triumph. Yeah, Autumn 432, so we've still got another 16 turns. That's what I mean about having an epilogue, basically, is I think it's a good way to finish it rather than just have to keep clicking and clicking and clicking. Okay, let's put a point here, do a point here. Right. So I'll do the end turn phase and then we'll see what's going to happen next, assuming nothing else pops up. So in the next episode, what you can expect to see is we'll have an attack of some sort with the Franks over in Britannia. We'll have an army marching down then towards Belgica in order to take those uncolonized regions that we've got. Oh crap, I forgot to take him out and attack Adulis. It's okay, they've still got a They've got an complete army there, but they're taking attrition, which suggests they're having food problems at the moment. Okay. In fact... I think this is going to be a tough one. I've got 2,000 and they'll be attacking me with nearly 3,000, 4,500, nearly 5,500 troops. They will outnumber me nearly 3 to 1. And while I still believe my troops will be a bit more superior, I think if we can move my troops to be in a bit more of a advantageous position, that will help me out. So we're going to ask them to retreat.
Completed.
And okay, that made things a bit easier. But yeah, in the next episode we'll be starting the attack in Britannia on the British Isles against the Franks. We'll finish off Nobatia, that should be done fairly easy. And we'll start focusing then on just starting to build up my provinces. And then I think that will pretty much start being... It will come to the end of the series then, I think. I have to say I'll be a bit disappointed, a bit sad I should say. Not disappointed, but a bit sad that the series would have come to an end, because this has been... I think I started this over 2 years ago, and it's only because of like issues with unable to do some episodes for a bit of time and wanting to take the odd break and that it's actually continued this long. But yeah, this has been quite a large, like a fairly decent part of the channel for quite some time. It'll be sad to see it go, but it means newer series for the future, so I can't complain about that. Especially with things like Thrones of Britannia coming out, well, in April, isn't it? And at the end of the year we got the Three Kingdoms, so something to look out for. Anyway, we managed to get through all of this fairly easy. Lucius Cestius Crispus has died. Frisia is about to rebel. Have no idea what thing. I will intervene, sure. Okay, so you're about to rebel, right? What we'll do... Okay, you can actually just head back in here, just so I don't forget about it for next turn. There we go, you can come in here and keep things under control, while my Emperor can continue heading over towards Flevum in order to be able to that. Anyway, guys and girls, I will end the episode here. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I hope you join me next time as we continue the conquest against the Franks, I should say. We've dealt with the Saxons pretty much. We'll continue fight the Franks and get the British Isles once more in Roman hands. But until then, I shall see. Until next time. Bye. Oh, it's late. It's late. That's my excuse. Anyway, goodbye for now.